Imagine a criminal mastermind whose artistry lies not in the commission of crimes, but in the seamless vanishing act that follows. Yes, you heard that right. But how does one continually outsmart the forces of justice? What motivates such a genius to keep evading capture? Is it the thrill of the chase, the desire for fame, or perhaps a deeper, more intricate motive that eludes even the most seasoned investigators? Well, join us on a journey through a series of daring escapes and mind-bending strategies used by a bad criminal who defies the odds and orchestrating a real-life game of cat and mouse with authorities. Entering prison is nobody's idea of a good time. Prisons are designed as a punishment for bad behavior, a place to reflect and pay for one's mistakes. The result? Jaw-dropping escape attempts often discovered before the daring individuals can taste freedom. Yet, every now and then, the impossible happens. Some prisoners manage to outsmart their guards, earning the sweet taste of freedom. Now, let's turn our attention to one individual who has made a name for himself in the realm of prison escapes, Brian Bo Larson. His story is filled with the best, the most bizarre, the greatest, and the otherwise famous or infamous prison escapes. Larson, it seems, has mastered the art of outwitting the system, leaving us to wonder just how he pulls off such audacious feats. Imagine breaking out of prison not once, not twice, but a staggering 22 times. That's the jaw-dropping record of Brian Bo Larson, a real-life escape artist with a knack for slipping through the cracks of captivity. Yes, you heard that right. 22 successful escapes. Escaping from prison is no walk in the park, and Larson's ability to do it repeatedly is nothing short of extraordinary. While it might be tempting to attribute this to a lax security and neglected facilities, and perhaps a more lenient approach by Danish authorities, the frequency of Larson's escapes is undeniably exceptional. Larson's journey into a life of crime began in his early years. Growing up in a challenging environment with an abusive and alcoholic father, he found himself entangled in the world of wrongdoing. At the tender age of 8 in 1982, he committed his first theft, marking the onset of a troubled path. As Larson's hyperactivity persisted, his criminal activities escalated. At just 13 in 1987, he committed a robbery at a gas station, leading to his first encounter with the juvenile detention system. This incident marked the beginning of a series of legal troubles that would follow him for years. From that point forward, Larson's life became a series of legal entanglements. From 1987 to 2012, Larson faced legal consequences over 25 times for a variety of offenses, including drug trafficking, theft, car snatching, pimping, smuggling, burglary, armed robbery, bank robbery, receiving stolen property, fraud, forgery, arson, assault, and even illegal street racing. The breadth of his criminal activities is extensive, painting a vivid picture of a life embroiled in a range of illicit pursuits. Surprisingly, even amid his time behind bars, Larson exhibited a determination to improve himself. Completing 3 vocational training courses during his incarceration reveals a different side to his character. Brian Bo Larson offers a glimpse into the impulsive and unpredictable nature that defines his life. "I'm a little impulsive and don't think very far into the future," he confesses. This impulsivity, coupled with a keen eye for opportunities, has fueled Larson's ability to navigate through the confines of prison. Larson started his long list of jailbreaks in 1989, setting the stage for a series of audacious escapes that would captivate the world. Over the next decade, Larson further solidified his reputation, breaking free from prison an additional 14 times between 1990 and 2000. In 2005, facing a 7-year sentence, Larson reached a breaking point and orchestrated a daring escape with the unexpected assistance of garbage collectors. However, each triumphant escape proved to be short-lived. Time and again, He was captured and brought back to the confines of the detention center only to defy the odds and escape once more, sometimes within just a few months. The duration of Larsson's escapes varied widely, ranging from several months of freedom to instances where he was swiftly apprehended by the police after just a few hours on the run. His uncanny ability to slip away wasn't limited to standard facilities. He managed to escape multiple times from Denmark's high-security prisons, including the Vridsløselille State Prison and the East Jutland State Prison. In the year 2000, Larsson's escape took a dramatic turn when he stole a car and engaged in a police pursuit, culminating in a wrecked vehicle. Undeterred, he continued on foot into a forest, where a police dog eventually tracked him down, marking a tense chapter in Larsson's string of escapades. In one escape, he even dug himself out of his cell, cleverly camouflaging the hole with a poster featuring the likeness of gangster rapper Tupac during construction work. One of the more unconventional escapes occurred in 2004, when Larsson, tasked with leaf-sweeping duties, leaped into a large container filled with green waste. Seizing an opportunity, he hopped into a container filled with green waste, and unnoticed, the colossal container was driven away by a large vehicle. In a different escape, he joined forces with 11 other prisoners after a truck crashed into a prison's outer wall. His last known attempt at freedom unfolded as a daring feat. Larsson, armed with a hacksaw, cut through the bars on his window during his 2014 breakout. Larsson climbed to the roof using a rope ladder and descended to the other side with another rope ladder, showcasing a level of creativity that seemed boundless. However, not all of Larsson's escapes went as planned. One attempt was marred by an unfortunate wig incident. Reveling in his newfound freedom, he accidentally drove a stolen car through a fence and into trees. Abandoning the vehicle and leaving behind a passenger, a prostitute, Larsson attempted to escape on foot. Larsson was finally tracked down on Funen Island after he wrecked a stolen car while high on hallucinogenic drugs. Despite initially providing a fake ID card, his wig slipped off, revealing his true identity to the pursuing police officers. This unfortunate event dashed his hopes of experiencing Christmas in freedom that year. But during this particular escape, Larsson's behavior took an unusual turn. According to a prostitute who was with him, he was so intoxicated that he crashed through fences and began fighting imaginary opponents. By the time the police arrived, Larsson had vanished from the scene. Eventually located and arrested, Larsson's escapades continued to perplex and amaze. This 2014, Larsson's run marked his 22nd breakout and also earned him the name Escape King. Arrested while in the company of prostitutes and possession of drugs, Larsson's escapades continued to captivate the public imagination. His 22nd escape on December 13th, 2014, was a testament to his enduring determination. One of Larsson's remarkable feats involved escaping through a prison wall demolished by an excavator. After creating a makeshift rope, he descended from a height of 5 meters when his improvised tool unexpectedly came loose. Larsson, undeterred, explained, "There are always options. If you sit long enough, you see the gaps in the processes, and when I feel like it, I use them." Now, 44 years old, having spent more of his life imprisoned than free, simply uses every opportunity he gets to escape. Serving time for a 2012 bank robbery, he resides in solitary confinement in Stadsfæ Engslet Østjylland, one of Denmark's high-security prisons. Even within the confines of prison, Larsson has attempted to circumvent the system. Guards discovered sawing tools on him twice, hidden in a shoe and concealed within a photo album. From his childhood transgressions to the daring prison breaks that captivated the world, Larsson's life unfolds as a complex narrative. In Larsen's world of quick thinking and clever ideas, the story isn't over yet. The mystery of the Escape King keeps us wondering. It shows us that sometimes, even when you're stuck in a tough spot, the desire for freedom can lead to unexpected twists. Whether behind bars or out in the open, the quest for liberty has a way of surprising us. The question remains, will Brian Bo Larsen's 22 escapes stand as his record, or will he manage the impossible once again? Only time will unveil whether the Escape King will defy the odds and make a daring attempt at escape number 23, leaving the world on the edge of anticipation for the next chapter in this extraordinary tale of freedom and captivity of the man who refuses to be confined.